All right, so I'm gearing up to send a request email off to Odyssey here. After running my tests on this battery and seeing what I saw, I am a little bit concerned. I want to get their input on it. And then, I go to the website here and I'm looking for an email address. What the frickin' hell? It's not in the sitemap anywhere. There's literally no way to contact them. You can call them, which I did. Oh, I want to mention this right now. I didn't know until I was trying to find their friggin' email address. These guys, they're right down the road from me. I'm in PA, and they're, give or take, 15, 20 minutes away from me. I had no idea, but now I know, and that's their world headquarters is right down the road. So why so difficult? I mean, literally. And I called them, and there was no one on the phone. All I experienced here was the robot, the press 1, press 2, press 3, all that crap. So, finally I left him a voicemail, a rather angry one too, because it's pissing me off. All I want is your email address. Why is it don't make this difficult. Just don't make it difficult. Right here. It should be right here. All contact information, your freaking physical address, your phone number, your email address should be right there. On all websites, all product manufacturers, everywhere. This is where it should be. It used to be this way. And then the world got difficult. So I don't want to rant and rave here, but it's pissing me right off. So just letting you know, the only way to contact them is here. You got to go through this online thing, which is, I guess, what I got to do. I don't know. I left them, like I said, a rather angry voicemail, telling them just what I just told you. I'm a little pissed off about it, and I think rightfully so. All right, I ain't getting my panties all bunched up here. It ain't that big of a deal. But it is pissing me off. So this is where it begins. I'm just letting you know what I'm dealing with. So, it is what it is, right? Just a quick one-time shot of the date, time, temperature. This is going to be part 3A of this long-term battery test review situation. And yeah, we got a hell of a situation. All right, I have contacted Odyssey and tried to get some input from them regarding what I've done thus far, so far. And it's pulling frickin' teeth, I swear to God. And what the frickin' hell? I just don't understand this world. I just don't understand it. First of all, I called them and got nobody on the phone. And then I used their online form because I guess that's, the way the world works anymore. No email. You can't get a frickin' email address, and that's all that I wanted, because all I wanted to do was send them the information that I've collected here with parts 1 through 3 and give them, send them that data. Let them take a look at it and then, hopefully tell me what they think the problem might be, because it ain't my truck, right? So, yeah, it's been all this time and it's been nothing but crickets. Contacted them 2 different ways, both phone call and their stupid online crap, and nothing, just nothing. There was no reply, just no nothing. So that is, the state of that. Let's see if we can get everything in one shot here. I'm pretty damn sure I know exactly what the problem is with this thing. But I'm not a parts changer, I'm a technician. So we will test and we will prove it. At least that's the game plan. 1241, that's where this thing lives. Don't matter what kind of charger I use or how much charge I dump into it. This is the end of that's just the end of the battery right there. No matter what. Every time, all the time. So, I don't know if this is a better vantage point. Oh, man, it's windy out here. Crap. All right, so here's where I'm going to begin. I'm going to physically disconnect the battery to, cable's off. I'm going to recharge it one more time, leave it sit disconnected, and just watch it. Just literally just watch it. I'll disconnect the charger once it is fully charged, because that charger does put a load on. We're just going to let it sit bare naked, nothing attached, and let's just see what it does voltage wise. I'm sure it's going to drop, but we got to test it and we got to prove it. That's how we know, right? Now, like I said, I'm pretty damn sure I know what the problem is with this thing. Not going to give it away, no spoilers. I'll just give you a hint. It's got something to do with gravity and absorption. That's what I'm betting on anyway. Well, it doesn't matter. The negative's completely off, so it don't matter what the positive does. We will plug this in and fully charge it. Like so. Get on there. And like so. All right, let's run a test. I mean, my charger's reading 12.2 volts. Let me grab the tablet. We'll switch over to that and run a battery test. Alrighty, we'll go here. Go to the original. They finally fixed this floating, whatever. This stupid notification. Oh no, they didn't. Bastards. Well, it wasn't there the last time I opened this app. Get this freaking thing out of my way. Ah, oh, so stupid. All right, wait, I'm trying to keep the microphone out of the wind. There ain't much worse in the audio world than wind. Testing options, battery test. Everything's good. Go. Yeah, the meter is reading 12.2 on the front display. The application side of that meter is showing 12.4, and yeah, that's what the fluke meter was showing, 12.4. So I have run through many. Wait till this truck or tractor passes. Now, I have run through quite a few repair cycles using this charger, and I got better results now. Look at our test value here, 918. Even with a low state of charge as it is, it should be 950. I think we were in the 8s the last part of the series. I think somewhere in the 800 range cold cracking amp value. Resistance came down, test value came up after. I'll bet you I ran a dozen repair cycles on this, but we did improve its state of health, apparently, supposedly, according to this thing. So I'm going to save this, and then we're going to go back and do a full charge on it. And that all looks good. We're going to do 12 volts, 6 amps AGM, and go. Now it's going to do another test like I just did, and we'll just let her, we're going to let her run until it shuts off. Now I can monitor this from inside the house, so I will know when it has shut off. Then we'll come back, run another test on it, disconnect the battery, and just leave it sit for a couple days. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. All right, tune back in once this has finished charging. All right, I'm trying to block the wind. This thing pretty much finished off here. 2 hours, 52 minutes, what it's looking like. I'm gonna go and do a screen recording so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. And hopefully I'm blocking that wind. You see it'll just dance like this. Let me show you. It'll just go to this, maintenance stage. It'll, go to the trickle charge, and then it goes to, that state, which I can't recall off the top of my head what that is. But, you know, it'll just stay like this for freaking ever. So we're done. It's done charging. It did what it was going to do, and this is all that it's going to do. So we're going to stop the charging right now. And now, because it is brand new, fresh off charge, it's kind of pointless to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just because. We'll do a battery test on it. You should leave it sit, you know, good couple hours. Let the excess surface charge drain off of the thing. But let's just get a good idea where we're starting here. $13.1. Yeah, this freaking thing. My God. State of health, state of charge, 100%. Our test value has come up. That's nice, 982. The rated specification for cold cranking amps is 950. We're showing 982. But, watch and wait and see what happens when this thing sits. These numbers will change. I know it. I don't know how it's going to end, because this is the first time I remember doing this. So we're all going to see it first time live. But I'm going to let it sit for the next couple of days just the way you see it. Well, I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to let it sit like that for the next couple of days, just the way you see it. There ain't nothing I'm going to do with that. Just leave it connected like that. But the ground cable is tucked in over here, so the negative terminal will always be, you know, disconnected rather. And we're just going to let her sit for a couple of days. See if we can maintain any kind of voltage. Now, I know it won't hold 13, but if it can just hold SAE standards, which is 12.6, if it can just do 12.6, well, that's a win, but it won't. I already know it can't. So give her a couple of days of sitting, and, you know, just to show you the what's your thingy here. Yeah. Well, you can see, you know, I'm screen recording, so you can see the date and whatnot. Next, we will tune back in later this weekend and see what it looks like then. Today being Wednesday, let's check it. Yeah, about Sunday. Yeah, Saturday it's supposed to rain, so let's tune back in on Sunday. It's only been a couple days here, but I thought, why not do a check-in here and see what we see now almost. Try and set you up here a little bit better. And I haven't touched it. That's how it's set, exactly how you saw it the last time. Today being Friday, take a quick voltage reading and see what we see now. Can you see that? Yeah, I think so. Take a look-see. What'd I tell you? 1255. And just for fun, just to show you where we should be. Don't need that. That right there, that's what we need. Take a look. 12.9 is supposed to be our fully charged state of charge. We were reading 12.55. We're not even holding FLA SAE standards, you know, Society of Automotive Engineers and the like. 12.6 is a fully charged battery for a conventional flooded lead acid battery. These AGMs are supposed to run a little bit hotter, a little bit higher state of charge, and as demonstrated, this thing can't do it, won't do it, refuses to do it. It's below a 75% state of charge, and this is where it will freaking live. It will not go higher, or at least it hasn't in many, many months. Here's daytime temperature real quick. It won't freaking stop raining. but I want to go get this measurement real quick. Move along. I'm not using my other camera. The thing's too big to bring out. Something like that. Alrighty. I figured it was kind of cold last night in the mid 30s. I figured summer's right around the corner. It's probably the last cold night that we're gonna get. And dance between raindrops here. Yeah, 12.5. Set exactly how you see it. And temperature affects it, as you're clearly seeing. So, you know, and you guys thinking it's my truck that's causing the problem. It ain't. It's the damn battery. It's this battery that just none of them freaking work anymore. All right, after the rain stops, I mean, I've proven what I wanted to prove here. Just leave it sit physically disconnected and it don't matter. The thing won't hold a charge. All right, what I want to prove here is the reason why I think this has happened, which now that I got the data points in the bag, now we can move along with that, and I'll talk about that when the rain stops. It's too early in the morning. Didn't even get my coffee yet, but we were down to 27 last night, so I want to go see what the cold weather has done to the battery sitting in my truck. At least the frickin' rain finally stopped. Man, had enough of that. For sure, for sure. Get in there. Oh, man. That's exactly how you've been seeing it, fully disconnected, right? I want to move along with the thing I want to try, but I'm doing my very best here to make you guys fully know and understand everything that I know and understand about this failed battery. So, will it start my truck? Yeah, it'll start my truck. Okay, it's exactly the same. No state of change. I was curious. Were you curious? Well, now we know. Exactly the same. It's still well below SAE standards and way too low for an AGM battery. So we're going to test a theory that I have later on after I get some coffee. All right, this battery here, well, I obviously brought it inside because it's too freaking windy out there, and you know, I ain't dancing with 20 plus mile an hour wind in my face. So what I want to go over here real quick, best I can. I'm having a freaking day, so bear with me. Oh, I feel a little rant and rave coming on anyway. This AGM absorbed glass mat. I mean, it's right there in the freaking title, right? No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That's a misnomer. That is dead ass wrong if ever a thing was dead ass wrong. Glass does not absorb, okay? What the frickin' hell? Any of you that have worked with fiberglass, okay, that's what's in here. Literal matting, fiberglass matting is what's in there. That shit does not absorb. If you don't believe me, go squirt some water on your windshield, for example, and note what happens. Pay attention to it. It doesn't absorb. It evaporates, or it runs off, or it sticks with surface tension. Yes, there's acid in here, and it's not 100% pure acid. It's water and acid mixed together, and there's a surface tension in that. It will cling to glass, but it will not absorb into glass. Glass is not a fibrous material, okay? Despite its name, fiberglass, it will not absorb. It's just shredded glass in a fiber-like structure, but it does not absorb. It's a total bullshit term, okay? Bullshit. It doesn't work like that. No, no, no. That's physically physics. Glass does not absorb. It will allow the acid and whatnot to cling to. Supposedly, these are not gel cells, and I think that's probably where the problem begins. We're going to test it and prove it here. If it was gel, it would be a whole lot more viscous. It would be a much thicker electrolyte and would probably not change in the way I'm about to prove to you that this will change. Batteries are dirt simple devices, okay? There's nothing but an anode, a cathode, and an electrolyte. Been this way since the dawn of frickin' time. The technology hasn't changed. It's exactly the same today as it was yesterday, just with new and improved and all that jazz. What I think happened here, I don't think this thing was full right from the factory. I'm pretty sure gravity did what gravity does, and it's absorbed. Well, the failure to absorb caused the electrolyte level to drop to a compressed state. Not an absorbed into the mat, it just all settled down to the bottom. I think we got exposed lead plates up here, and I think that's why it will not hold a charge, and I'm going to test that today, put it to the test. Supposedly, you can mount these things in any position aside from inverted. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the next couple of days doing that. And I'll just leave it like that for 12 hours, and then I'll flip to the other side for 12 hours. I'll let gravity do what gravity does, okay? Hopefully get the electrolyte back up here to the top end of the battery, and then we'll put another charge into it, and let's see what happens. I bet you that will make a difference. I bet you it'll hold a charge again, a full charge, at least for a while. I'll bet you this thing's low on electrolyte. That's what I think is wrong with it. Now, I've said to some of you folks in the comments section in one of these 3 parts or 4 parts, however many videos there have been on this thing, I live very close to 𝐕𝐄𝐑𝐘, and I know some people that work there on the assembly line that make batteries for a living. That's their job. I got first-hand horror stories of what 𝐕𝐄𝐑𝐘's been doing here lately, shipping out batteries that are only half full of electrolyte, because they're all about making the quota, not the quality. It's all about the quantity. And I'll bet you this thing's just low on electrolyte, just like the 𝐕𝐄𝐑 batteries have been that have been, plagued with constant failures. I don't know, but I'm gonna test it. This is how I can test it, and this is how I can prove it. We're gonna just go like this for a while, but man, I'm having a day. This effing thing right here, my solar powered journey, this is really pissing me off. Company trying to offer tech support. They don't even know how the frickin' thing works, let alone how to support it. It's dead. It's freaking dead. I got the proof. I got a freaking oscilloscope reading on the thing. It proves it. Don't tell me. All right, that's enough of this. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do here and keep flipping the battery and let it absorb, and then we'll throw another charge onto it and see how long it lasts. All right, this is what it did after the first flip. It sat on its side for 24 hours. I ran one reconditioning cycle on it, let it sit about 30 minutes, then ran this test. These are the test results. Nice internal resistance is dropping. Our test value is climbing. All right, now I'm going to flip it over to the other side, let it sit 24 hours, run this test again. Alrighty, it has been another day. Flipped the battery, ran it through one more repair cycle on this particular side, and let's go take a measurement. It has been sitting for I don't know, probably 6 hours since the repair cycle has completed. So, oh, you know what I did? Oh, it connected. Oh, this thing usually doesn't work. I hate this app. I hate it. Well, I like the old one, just they messed it up. Anyway, yeah. just for consistency. We gotta do same thing with same thing, like kind with like kind. All right. We're gonna test battery. That AGM. CCA. 950. Go. Hey, that is looking better. We are getting there, ain't we? Look at our test value. Now we're looking like new again almost. Yeah, resistance is low, our test value is high, our state of charge, we're above 12.6. Finally, I'm seeing something at and above 12.6. Yeah. Looks like my theory is panning out now, don't it? I'll save that. Okay. Now, some of you might be wondering, what does a repair cycle look like? How does that work? Well, it looks a little something like this. It's just a pulsing of voltage and current. Sometimes it's only current, sometimes it's voltage and current. And this is what it looks like according to this application for this particular battery slash or charger slash tester slash multi-tool. Since I've had it indoors, I did it 6 times per side. So 1 dozen times exactly total since I brought the thing in and put it where you see it here. Flipping it every charge cycle. I flip the battery, side to side, run another charge cycle, back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, last night was the very last charge cycle on this side. Well, for the battery period, as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with repairing it. What I want to do now is just run a battery test on it. It's been sitting almost 14 hours just like this. The charger was plugged in, is plugged in. I just sat all night. I slept a little late and getting ready to run a battery test on this. I thought we're just going to check it out live, see it live for the very first time, both of us. See what we see. I'm going to go over HA and do a screen recording, so we'll get good data here. I got to use the other app because I'm at my wit's end with that stupid floating pop-up thing in the original app for this thing. Not putting up with it. Anyway, do a battery test on her and go. Oh. You seeing that? Look at our resistance. I don't think it's ever been this good. I think right now, at least numerically wise, according to the pure numbers here, this thing is in better condition now than the day that I got it, laying it on its side. I cannot honestly say that this is conclusive evidence. I don't feel comfortable saying this is not a conclusion. But I think we can safely say this is damning evidence, right? It's probably low on electrolyte, probably. If it works better laying on its side than it does sitting upright, well then, you know what I mean. Now this thing absolutely would not hold more than 12.5 on a, on a cold night. Wouldn't hold more than 12.5, no matter how many repair cycles I've run it through. That's why I said I'm serious. I've done a bunch of them in my truck, and 12.5, that's where the thing lives. 12.4, 12.5, that's it. That's where the thing wants to live. Throw it on its side, and well, that's a thing now, ain't it? All right, now I gotta be thorough here. I'm going to save that. And then we're going to let it sit in its upright position. Now it's only been, what did I say, 13, 14 hours. It's been sitting like this. And it is heavy. And one thing I will point out here, I don't see any leakage. So, yeah, everything's dry. I mean, everything looks good. I don't see, that's what the reason for the plastic here, obviously, just in case. But, yeah, let's leave it sit like that. I'll give it a full 24 hours because it couldn't even last 24 hours sitting in my truck, physically disconnected. Couldn't even handle 24 hours sitting upright. It'd be down to, you know, less than SAE standards. So let's just give her 24 hours sitting here just like that and see what it looks like tomorrow. Let's see if it made any difference at all to its state of charge. Connect my cables here. We're all going to see this live for the very first time today. That's showing 12.7 on the display here. I think you can see that, right? And I'm going to go over here and do a screen recording. Okay, ready to rock and roll. Let's do a battery test on her, see what it looks like. Well, I mean, I'm happy to see it. It didn't, I don't think it lost anything, really. It seems to be happy currently in the upright position. Like I said yesterday, I wouldn't call my little test here, you know, 100% conclusive, but it sure as hell was looking like a bit of damning evidence. Otherwise, the only thing I can do now, or the only thing I need to do now, put it back in the truck, leave it disconnected out there, see what Mother Nature does to it, if anything at all. Now, of course, we're coming into summertime, so temperatures are on the rise. That's no good for this kind of a test, because the most failure I've ever seen in a battery happens when it's, you know, brutally cold. And it's a battery. It's got one dirt simple job to do, and it simply must do it. Hot, cold, rain, shine, happy, sad, makes no difference. Make no excuses. It's got one damn job to do. Do your job. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go stick it back in the truck. Give it another week. Let's see what it looks like then. So the battery's back in the truck. It's been sitting for about 3 days. And this is how my day's starting out. Oh, after endless fighting, bullshit, that thing going back. It is broken. Anyway, I need my truck to take that heavy ass thing back, so let's go take a look at, see what kind of voltages we're holding at this point. Real quick, coffee's brewing here. It got cold last night. And there, yeah, 31.6. Yeah, it was freaking cold. Let's go check the voltage now. All right, something like that. Let's see what you can see here. Get you a little closer. Like that. Alrighty then. We got job for 3 hands is what we got. Shit. Something. Can you see that Alright, what do we got here? $12.81. Yeah. Yep, that's better. That is better. Okay, let me do a load test on the thing quick. Alrighty then. Connected. Good, finally. This thing's giving me tons of trouble connecting to this little charger thing here. Do a battery test on her, everything same as it was, and go. $12.8. Our resistance has climbed a little. Our test value has dropped a little, but we are still hitting the numbers. Now, I could not even come close to this prior to doing my repair cycle while laying this battery on its side. I'm still quite sure that my hypothesis, my theory has been tested, proven. I will not say it's 100% conclusive, but I believe it's very damning evidence. Well, I mean, there ain't nothing to it but to do it, so I gotta get my truck back roadworthy again, and we'll let it sit connected for, a week and see what we see. Well, it has been quite a few days now. 4, 5, something like that. Daytime temp, all right there. Spring has sprung and summer is here, so I want to take one more measurement, and I think we can wrap this video up. And kinda. Something like that. All right, what we got? $12.53. All right, well, that is what it is. That is what it is. There ain't no current draw. I mean, I've proven that. I mean, there's thousands of a milliamp. I mean, millionths of an amp is what it is. The occasional system wakes up here and there, and the battery just can't handle it. Just can't handle it. Can't get her done with this technology. All right, want to take an actual battery test on this thing one more time, and then we'll finish her off. All right, now this is going to be an unpowered test. In other words, a self-powered test, let's put it that way. This tester slash charger slash multi-tool will be powered directly from the battery while running the test. Yep, if I can get my fingers to stop dropping stuff. All right, and reading 12.5, and the thing is not plugged in, right? All right, do a screen, oops, screwed that up. Doing a screen recording here. We'll hop over to wait till this truck passes. Every time I try to do something, the loudest shit in the world has to drive up and down the road. Aye. Alrighty. See what we see. Can't see much with this glare out here. It's bad. Test time. What are you talking about? Test timed out. And go. Well, I'll tell you what, it still looks pretty freaking good. Numerically speaking, it really does. I mean, 12.6 is what this thing's saying. My fluke meter disagrees with that. My fluke meter is 100% correct. I'll trust it over anything else on the market. Yeah, 2.2 mega ohms of resistance. That ain't so bad. I mean, that's actually good, quite good. Our test value is, you know, well over spec. I mean, will this start my truck? Hell yeah, all day and all night. You know what I mean? It won't hold, not by AGM standards, it just won't hold a full charge. Cannot get her done. And I'm sure I know why. I'm pretty sure we've proven it. Oh, every single Tom, Dick, and Harry. Come on now, where's Jane? Jane's got to run up and down the road. Christ's sake. Anyway, let's go in quick and compare some numbers, and then that's the end of this video. We'll tune back in next year after that, right? I don't want to make this monotonous, but I do want to be thorough. All right, let's wrap this up real quick with a little bit of an overview and a conclusion, as best we can draw one. Where we began in-truck testing, battery fully connected, 1240, 12.40, that's pretty crap, really. And it's not like the truck doesn't get used. It sits at least 2 weeks, but every 2 to 3 weeks the truck is driven, and it is properly driven. You know, it's driven long enough to get the battery fully charged. And also, I keep a solar-powered battery charger on it at all times. Link to that video, you know, up there in the top right, down there in the description, everywhere I can stick the link. Check that video out at your leisure. Now, the internal resistance and the test value here, those are the primary numbers to focus upon. As internal resistance climbs, the test value will fall. It's adding resistance, so naturally you're losing potential, current potential here. And where we began is, you know, it's fine. It'll start the truck. It will start the truck all day, all night. No, you know, there's no problem there. The problem is the specifications. It won't hit, and it will not hold the rated spec. And you know, I don't know about you guys, but I get a little pissed off when somebody promises something and then under delivers. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm seeing with just all over the world, it seems. All makes, all models, all manufacturers, you name it. It's just, you know, they way overpromise and way underdeliver. For this kind of money, I want my money's worth, right? That's, you know, I'm not asking for an arm and a leg. I'm not asking for anything special. I just want what I paid for. Where we ended, however, you know, looks good. I mean, it's every bit as good as brand new. 12.6, I'm fine with 12.6. Honestly, I'm fine with it. It still ain't hitting spec, though. I should be looking at high 12.8s. Really, that's where I should be. With a zero current draw, under zero load, you know what I mean? And it just won't do it. It can't do it. It refuses to do it. And I'm pretty damn sure I've proven why. The thing is not full of electrolyte. And this seems to be the common mode of failure with every battery from every make, every model, all of them. They're just not filling the damn things. You know, I got firsthand horror stories from Deca. You know, I mentioned that earlier, right? I mean, this is the global pandemic, if you will. They're making these batteries, they're making them the same today as they did yesterday, but they're only halfway filling them. You know, that's a bunch of crap. That is just a bunch of crap. Couldn't get her done until I laid the thing on its side, and the only thing that changed by doing that is the plates got coated in a different area where they were not coated prior to. You know, you can visualize how that's working internally. And because this is a maintenance-free sealed battery, there ain't dick zero nothing you can do about it. You can't pop the top and just add electrolyte. You can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. It just is what it just is. You know, and it was done that way from factory. You can't undo it. You can't fix it. You can't do nothing with it. So, you know, it just is what it is, right? All right, so that is what I know, and now that's what you know. I think I've tested it thoroughly well enough, and no more no need to keep talking about it. I'm going to end the video right here, I think. Now, I am not going to modify the numbers in my data sheet. I'm going to just put a footnote to this video in that data sheet, because if I start, this will get messy quickly. If I start throwing these numbers into that, that data file, I'll just add a footnote to it, to this video, and then you guys check it out at your leisure. That's the game plan anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to end it right here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you found it useful, helpful. Do the like, subscribe, the bells, the whistles. You know all about that crap. Hey, and we're going to see you in the next one. All right, cheers.